Honestly, this video is just kind of all over the place, and I wasn't even thinking about posting this at first. I was just gonna just scrap this and shelve it, but like, I don't know, I feel like if I'm not giving feedback that isn't positive, it makes me feel really bad, and I feel like a lot of this video was just like really nitpicky and really complaining. It's like, I'm not intentionally trying to do that. I just happened to just be irritated by a lot of little things that I was seeing, so just know I'm not intentionally trying to be like an asshole, you know? There's a lot of things I love about this game, and I expressed that in this video, but I feel like I spent more time kind of talking about things that I didn't like. So just hear me out and take it easy on me, okay guys? Enjoy the video. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Starting my video while I get all my stuff set up and my headphones on and all of that. It is a nasty, disgusting day outside. It's gloomy, it's rainy, it's cold. I've got my donuts, I've got my coffee, and today we're gonna be talking about Life by You. I am behind on Life by You, okay guys? Don't be mad at me. I know there's been news. I know I haven't been posting too much about it. If I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, my Life by You videos do so bad. And when I say bad, I mean like I've had Let's Plays that do better than my Life by You news videos. And I find it kind of concerning because I just feel like people aren't as interested in it as everything else. So that's why I'm kind of not like rushing to post about Life by You. You know, it is what it is. I'm not saying like you need to watch them, but like I've just noticed, it's an observation that I feel like interest is a lot lower than everything else, even Paralives, honestly. And it's kind of surprising because like, you know, with Paralives, we don't even know when that game is coming. And they're definitely a lot farther away from a release than Life by You. We know Life by You is coming very, very soon. We know early access begins this year, but it just seems like there just isn't much interest for it. And I don't know if it's the art style. I just don't know if maybe people don't know about it, but I mean, share your thoughts below. That's why I personally have not been rushing to make videos for it. So just to explain that to you, but there's two things that we got to get to today. There's an art team dev stream. I haven't seen that. That's 22 minutes long. And then there's a how to manage your needs, which actually came out 22 hours ago. And we're getting some good gameplay looks in these. I don't even know where to start, honestly. Something tells me to look through this art team dev stream and just see what's going on here. This is kind of long. I don't want this video to be super long though, so I might not include everything. I might just, you know, take out highlights of what I'm reacting to here, but I have yet to see this. And I know a lot of people have seen it, so kind of want to see what this is giving.
Hi everybody, this is King Choi. So I am here with Richard, and Richard, I'm gonna have you introduce yourself.
I feel like I talked about this last time. Oh my God, I just don't want to say things because I feel like I'm just complaining and I don't want to complain, but it's a thought in my head and I want to get it out. This is like a title by a major company. Why does it sound like they're in like a jail cell? Like, why is the room echoey? Why are they so far from the microphone? I feel like they should have a much better setup, a more professional layout if they're going to be showing off this game. I feel like I've talked about it before. And there was one video where the microphone quality sounded really good. Everything was really professional. And I feel like we're kind of back to square one again with that. I don't know, it just sounds so like off. Whoa. So right now we have a look at early development footage and assets. This is not how the game looks in its current state. This is early development and it is rough. I can say one thing, this game has come a long way, you know, from what we see now compared to this, but I also do feel like it still does have a lot of room for improvement.
There's a lot of things in there that mimics the real world, you know, like things that you'll be familiar with.
Why was the sky like completely dark before the sun went below the horizon? Did you see that?
Game, there's a lot of things in there that mimics the
It should not be that dark before the sun is below the horizon. Okay, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm gonna really nitpick and I don't want to, but I just am. All right, let's keep watching. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm just having a bad day today. Maybe I'm just in a foul mood. I don't know. I don't know. I need coffee, okay? I need coffee. Beautiful gowns, beautiful gowns.
We wanted to make sure that we avoid things looking too cartoony and slapstick.
Really? So I guess they just wanted to go the opposite of what The Sims 4 is, basically. Which I wouldn't say The Sims 4 is like purely cartoony, but I feel like its art style is cartoon-ish, you know, cartoon-based, at least in my opinion. I wouldn't necessarily look at that as a bad thing though. And this is just my opinion, I could be wrong, but I feel like that is one of the main factors why I feel like the interest for this game is a lot lower than it should be, is because of the way the game looks. I feel like art style and graphics and the way it looks and is presented and the aesthetic, I feel like that is very important to a lot of players now than it was a long time ago. I feel like a big chunk of people play for the look of the game and the aesthetic, you know?
We wanted to make sure that the character can be really customized. Like you can really create whatever you want, how the character looks.
I think the characters look pretty good when you're zoomed all the way in. I feel like my issue just lies when you're zoomed out. Their faces just look so like blurry and you just really can't see any detail on them. I definitely think that there has been an improvement and they have definitely come a long way, because if you look at some of these earlier clips, like the one they just showed here, you know, before, I think that looks atrocious. Like that's terrible. So it's definitely a lot better, but I also feel like it's not where it should be either. You know, I feel like there's definitely a lot of room for improvement. So I don't think this here is particularly terrible.
We wanted to make sure that the one thing that we focused.
Did you just see what she did with her eyes? That was so creepy.
We wanted to make sure that the one thing.
Ooh! Oh my god, if they looked more like the one here on the far left, that would be perfect. I feel like it has like the perfect mix of cartoon with detail as well. Like I know that's probably just like an art sketch or whatever, but I don't know, maybe I'm just really preferring the Paralives art style because that's literally what it's giving. It's like a drawing, you know, and I love that.
But that doesn't mean that the users can't later on go in, you know, whatever they want to do to the character, they can. If they want to create a cartoony looking character with
jump scare. I literally got so scared for a second. Oh my god, that is the fucking jump scare.
I mean, I played with those sliders and the customization details.
Look at how low poly her chin is. Why is her chin that low poly? That looks terrible. Oh my god. Please tell me this is not their latest update they're showing us. Please tell me this is something from the past, because her chin does not need to be that low poly. Look at how jagged the edges are on her chin. Oh my god, that's so bad.
Played with those sliders and the customization details.
I mean, I like the sliders, I like the customization, but I'm sorry. The humans, the people, Sims, whatever, they should not have any jagged edges like that. That's the one thing that they should really be making sure like looks so smooth and good, you know? I just love the way the buildings look though. Like this shot here, I love this. This gives Sims 3. This is what I've loved from the start. This looks good. I think there could definitely be way more work with the characters, but as far as the buildings, the worlds, and the objects, I think a lot of that stuff looks really good in my opinion. That looks like a Sims 4 world map view. This one right here, this looks like the Sims 4 world map view. It would definitely be a lot bigger. You're not gonna catch a Sims 4 world being this big anymore at least, but see, and I love the way this looks. This looks so good, like the lock creator and all this. I love the way this looks. I really think that like my main critique just comes down to the humans. I just feel like they could be so much better. And I can see why they look the way they look. I feel like they do match with everything else, but I feel like there's so much that could improve with them. I absolutely just love the way we can just walk around first person, or not really first person, but third person. You get what I mean? Like the ability to have like open controls, you know, and like walk and move around live instead of click and point, you know? And then also just get in your car and actually drive. Like that is so cool. There's so many things I love about this, but then also so many things I don't either.
They drive off somewhere and then they just disappear.
Yeah, it's not a soundstage.
Not him driving on the curb. Did you guys see that?
So one of the things that we were trying to do with Life by You is make sure that every light source is dynamic and casts real-time shadows if you're close enough to the camera. We're hoping that that helps make the world feel vibrant and alive. For example, you can imagine a character that's sitting in front of a flickering fireplace, and the shadow is casting from the fireplace.
Okay, why does this really look good now? I feel like just this clip now versus the last one, there appears to be an improvement.
For early access, we're supporting 6 tattoos on your character.
I just think I don't like the way their faces look. I think that's what it is. Like, they just look, God, this is gonna sound so bad. I don't want it to sound bad, but I don't know how else to say it. Like, let me wait until he like turns around and you can see the front of his face. They just look like lifeless. I know that sounds bad, but like, there's just no like soul in their face. I like the customization though. That's really cool. Like the scars and, you know, dragging things around and stuff. I love that. I feel like every time we see like a character, a human from this game, it looks different. Like sometimes I'm looking and I'm thinking, oh my God, this looks so like undetailed. This looks so terrible. Then sometimes I see it, I'm like, it looks okay. But then now I see a character like her, I'm like, oh my gosh, like it looks good. Like look at the way her skin looks. Look at the texture. It looks good. Like she looks really good. And I feel like every time it's like different. I don't know why it appears so different every time. It's almost like I need the game. I need to play the game myself to really form an opinion because I don't know, could they be filming some of these clips with lower graphic settings? Could they be filming it on different computers? I don't know, you know? See, this one, she doesn't look as good to me. I don't know what it is. She just looks a little more like grainy, like low quality. I don't like the way this guy looks at all. He just, it's just something with the characters. Like sometimes they look good and sometimes they don't. He just looks like I don't like the way his beard looks. It just looks like really like lumpy and I don't know. I'm like so on the fence. I just feel like my opinion keeps changing just depending on who they're showing and I don't like that. And then, you know, I feel like that's telling me that there's just a lack of consistency. I don't know, maybe it's just me. It probably is just me. Something's just off though. Something's off with it. I can definitely give them the credit for the customization though. I think that the customization is really good. It's definitely Sims 3 style, you know, with the sliders, there's no push and pull. And I don't even think they would even be able to do that because I think actually EA probably has a patent on that now because I'm pretty sure that there was a time where Paralives tried to do it or Paralives wanted to do it. And then I think they had to like revert it and change it to sliders because EA or The Sims or whoever had like a patent on it, you know, and that sucks. But like, there's only so much you can do. But like here, like, I don't like the way she looks either. I don't know what it is. I think it's just like the resolution of her skin, like the texture of her skin, like the quality of the way it looks, you know? Like here, it just looks like low texture detail, if that makes sense. Whereas when we were on, who was the sim? When we were on this sim, it looked like the texture was higher. Like it looked a lot more crisp, a lot more sharp, a lot more detailed. It's just weird. I don't know. Maybe the lighter skin tones look less detailed and maybe the darker skin tones look more detailed. Maybe that's it. I don't know. All right. Hair texture, guys. I do want to say like the hair textures here look a lot better than they did earlier on. So I don't know if this is like something that's been updated or something that has been polished, you know, since the first couple of updates that we received, but definitely an improvement, at least from what I can see. Like this looks so much better than some of those hairs that we saw like back, like, let me find it. Give me a second. This hair right here, this girl, I don't know what the hell that was, but it looked so freaking terrible. Here, I'm just gonna skip. We're at 2150 now. Look at this. Look at that. Okay, so I'm guessing that was in the past then. That and then now that's so much better. So much better. Oh my God, it's like a night and day difference. I have hope in this game. I'm definitely concerned and I'm nervous, but I have hope. Even if things aren't improved to where I feel like they should be for launch, I feel like they're still going to make improvements over time after launch. Or at least I hope they would. But this is much better. All right, that's it for this. God, that was a chore to sit through. I'm gonna be honest. That really was a chore to sit through. Final thoughts on that is the game has come a long way, obviously, and I feel like it really looked terrible before. And now I feel like it's definitely tolerable with some aspects looking really good. Like again, I love the world, the objects, the lighting that they showed off. That was really cool. I think that that's really nice. I think most of the work is gonna be on these characters. It has to be on these characters. All right, and the last thing now, how to manage your needs. This one is about 5 minutes long, and I'm assuming this is gonna be like one of the more updated ones, you know, like how the game is looking more so now than how it looked before. Let's jump into this, guys. Here we go.
Hello everyone, it's Rocio, Life by You Community Manager, and today we're going to be going over our humans' needs. Today, our test subject is Vito. Right now, his needs are met, but I'm about to mess all of that up. Before we get started, you can cheat needs up or down if you'd like. We wanted to make that as easy as possible. Now back to our tired Vito. We don't have time for you right now, Marielle. Vito really needs a nap. All I have to do is click on the bed and tell him to go to sleep. This is just an example, and I don't want to actually watch him sleep this whole time.
My first impression here of, I almost said the sim, of the character that they're showing off, this is the guy that was in the last video. Something just looks off with him, like his skin tone looks like grayish and dead. Like he literally looks like a corpse. I don't know why his skin is so like gray and blue. Am I the only one that's noticing that here, or?
So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward this and then cheat his sleep back up.
Hold on, I need to go back. Did you guys? Not the clipping in with the bed.
And then cheat his sleep back up. And just like that, Vito is ready for the next need. Going in order, let's take a look at his food need. Much like sleep, it's pretty straightforward. He will eat in order to satisfy this. Let's go ahead and grab a quick snack.
God, I love the way the world looks. I love the way the objects look, but the animations and the people are so wonky. Oh, that's cool. Hey, I'll give him that. This is cool. Look at our little ingredients thing. That's a lot of blueberries and a lot of broccoli.
He's pretty well stocked with groceries. Let's get some blueberries and maybe a carrot. Now that I've gone ahead and put these in his inventory, I can go to his inventory and eat directly from there. This is more of a snack, so he can go ahead and eat this on his person instead of sitting down. And you can see it filling up his need down below. He can also make himself a full meal and sit down to eat it, like you see here, and this will also fill up his food need. And of course, the downside here is that he will have to do dishes after this. Our next need is pretty short and simple, to the point. He has to use the toilet, so he uses the toilet. And we are keeping this YouTube friendly. And now we're gonna go a little bit out of order, because while we're here, let's go ahead and look at the other needs that the bathroom can address. The simplest way to deal with your hygiene need is, of course, to take a shower. There are a few ways to censor your humans. In this case, he's blurred out, but I'm gonna go ahead and give him some privacy anyway. And with that, his hygiene bar is fully filled again. The bathroom has a bunch of other ways to improve your hygiene. That includes taking a bath, taking a bubble bath, which also improves your fun, as you might see here. There are also several activities at the bathroom sink which improve your hygiene. This includes putting on deodorant for when your human is a little bit extra smelly. This includes combing your hair, as well as shaving. While we're at home, let's go ahead and deal with the drink need.
I love that. You can't wash dishes because sink is empty. So does that mean as you're, making food and using dishes, you'll see the dishes and stuff actually piling up in the sink? Because if so, that would be so cool. I'm really liking a lot of what I'm seeing, but I think that what is bothering me the most and what is concerning me the most is really just like the animations and stuff. They just look so weird.
There are, of course, several ways to get a drink in, but let's go with the two easiest. Much like I did as a child.
Like the way that they're walking and then the way that they stop at objects to start interacting with them. The movements are so like immersion breaking to me, in my opinion.
We could have Vito drink directly from the sink. It's not the most hygienic, but it gets the job done. Another easy way to keep your drink needs satisfied is to go ahead and get water from the fridge, as you see Vito doing here. Let's save fun for last and find someone to talk to for this social need. Zooming out here, let's go ahead and find the closest person to talk to. Let's go over and introduce ourselves. I'm going to speed up the walk over and get Vito socializing ASAP. You've all seen the dialogue feature before, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but basically, socializing with folks increases your social. We are continuing to add and edit to existing features that you've already seen before. So here we have a new conversation camera angle, and I currently have the conversation percentages on so I can sort of see what the outcome might be. Whether the conversation is friendly, romantic, antagonistic, it will add to the social need fulfillment, so I'm gonna go ahead and be a little bit mean here.
Wait, I saw that. It said spicy. Did you see that for a second? I love that. How about now? Turns out you are the headache. And then look, the spicy went up, and there's something else below that text that I actually cannot see because of the captions, but that's cool.
I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up that conversation, and from here, Vito actually decides to go to the lounge by himself, and I'm gonna take this as an opportunity to help fulfill his fun. Let me also take this as an opportunity to wish a happy belated Go Skateboarding Day to all who celebrate. Needless to say, there are tons of ways to improve the fun need. Since Vito made his way to the Ivy Lounge, I think he should go ahead and dance. While Vito is grooving, his need is improving, and dancing is also good for his mood because his happiness will go up.
There's nobody here though, it's just him. Where's the bartender?
Another fun activity is building a sandcastle.
Bartender, let me stop.
So luckily the beach is right across the street. Let's go ahead and get Vito over there.
It looks nice, but the world is just like kind of empty. Like we really haven't seen many people around.
Good sandcastle takes time, so I'm going to speed that up as well. And from having a good time at the beach, Vito's fun is basically full. If his fun was still low, I can keep building that sandcastle too. There are ways to improve your fun at home. You don't have to go out. One of my personal favorites is to watch movies, so we're gonna go ahead and...
The way he's sitting is so weird. That's how you sit on people's sofas, like when you go to their house and it's just like it's your first time at their house and you're just afraid to get comfortable and you just sit on the edge of the seat and you're just like, that's what it's giving. Like, sir, you are at home. You can relax on your sofa.
Just like real life, there are other ways to fulfill your needs. For example, here at the gym, meditation can add to your rest. And we'll leave you with that. As always, thanks so much for watching.
I'm concerned in a lot of ways because I like mentioned when, you know, he was dancing, there was like no one around. There was no bartender, no other people dancing. Then he went to the beach, there was no one else at the beach, and now he's at the gym and there's no one else at the gym. Is this going to be like an instance of The Sims 3 where it's like a dead world, like there's no people around? Because I love community lots, but like what are they if there's no one around, you know? And then it feels kind of boring. There's not really many people to converse with. I don't know if this was planned on purpose, if there's no one populated in the world, so I don't want to speak on it, but it's just an observation that I want to point out. But that's it, guys. That's the end of the video. You're gonna have to let me know what you guys think of this down below. I love the conversations between the characters. I think that was really, really cool. Like I said, I feel like I'm definitely being really like critical and nitpicky. So like I want to also say some positive things. The character creator, I love that. The like ability to move ingredients into your inventory and then use that to make food or whatever. I love that. That's really cool. Lifting and closing the toilet seat, as this user says here, that's really cool. The bed staying messy after he gets out of it. It's the little touches like that. I just really hope they focus on the characters, the humans, the animations and stuff too. Also really hope that like the world becomes more lively with more people around, you know, seeing them doing their things and also being able to interact with them when you see them and all of that. I just feel like from what we saw here, it just seemed a little bit dead, like a ghost town in some sort of ways. Those are really the only things that I could say from this, but share your thoughts below on what you think of Life by You so far and what you thought of the video clips that I talked about today in this video. I love you guys so much. I'll see y'all next time. So long. Happy life simming.